between Dublin and Wexford, and I can tell you battle being the operative word to describe the open exchanges with 4 players sent off in that. Now, the match ended in a draw, and Ciaran Barr can tell us more about it. Ciaran, you're showing some of the scars of battle yourself on your nose, and I know you've got some bumps and bruises elsewhere.
It was a manly game, as people describe it. It was tough stuff, and the opening exchanges where 4 players were sent off. The referee had a very difficult time, and the linesmen in controlling what went on. Now, I think some people after the match felt that I was involved. I actually wasn't involved in it. I was trying to stop some of the incidents that were going on. But having said that, you know, I think they were way in the breach of the rules, and there were several people on both sides, both Dublin players and Wexford players, who were outside the law, and the referee and the linesmen had a difficult job in controlling it. But the game settled down after that, and I think it got on with what championship hurling should be, roughly. I think there were over-robust challenges throughout the game, but I think the people that were watching the game, the spectators, got their money's worth. Yeah. The excitement was fantastic towards the end of the game.
The phone calls, I can tell you, are coming hot and heavy into the programme here. Now, obviously, because of your situation of the Sunday game, you draw more attention maybe than many other hurlers. Patsy Fahey from Clare said that you should keep your predictions quiet because you've been wrong so far. That's a different point. Okay, Kenny Kohler said that you were the victim of some terrible abuse from both players and crowd today. What did you think of the treatment that you got? And then White from Wexford wants to know, were you happy with the gestures that you made to the crowd today? A number of people have rung in to say you should have been sent off because of an incident involved with John O'Connor, and obviously a lot of people were upset about the other 4 players who were sent off and the hoo-ha that went on earlier on in the match.
Well, I can tell you right now what the gesture was. The gesture was that, at the crowd, one finger, because the crowd in one section of the pitch were barracking me, and I hit 2 wides, 2 bad wides, and a big cheer went up. So the next ball I got, I put it over the bar, and I turned around to the crowd and I just went like that. One finger, straight at them.
Martin Rowe from Naas is on your side. He said that you were being fouled and pulled and dragged all over the place all afternoon, and he says you must be a very fair player because you did not retaliate. However, we could go on all night, obviously, on that aspect. Time in Nolan Park.
I've said this to people, that Dublin team played with a passion today that I haven't seen from a Dublin team. Honestly, I've been there 2 years, and we got into that match.
Mind you, you lost an 11-point lead.
We did lose an 11-point lead, but I think the players were playing so well and flying that we physically were drained at half-time. We were we came into the dressing room and we were knackered, and we got out in the second half and we went back, and we actually came down from a 2-point deficit back to draw the match, which was we pulled it out of our boots. I don't know where we got it from. Now, having said that, Wexford pulled out an 11-point deficit and were fantastic, and they contributed to a fantastic game as well. And I think both teams have a lot of merit in it, as well as the negative aspects. There was a lot of merit and a lot of strong hurling. A new guy, I think his name is Finn, for Wexford, had an outstanding game. Fenlon in the middle of the field was good. The backs of Wexford in the second half basically shut us down until the last 5 or 6 minutes when we got back into it. But I'm not going to predict the next game, but I tell you something, it's going to be a fast and furious and manly game again, because both teams have seen the size of each other, and they've looked at each other and sized each other up, and there was no quarter asked for and no quarter given, and we shook hands after the match, and I shook hands with several Wexford players, and we had no recriminations, and that's the way the players treat each other, not what the crowd shout at you, and anything like that.
Well, it's going to be interesting stuff, obviously, in the replay. Well, next year on the programme, we turn our